Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wind Waker. I am Shouty Productions, and in the last episode, I think we just got some power-ups and stuff. We went around, now that we're done with Forsaken Fortress and all that. So we're right here at Ice Ring Isle, I believe, and I wouldn't bother coming here until you have fire and ice arrows. So there's not really much you can do without that. So we're going to start off, of course, by feeding this fish some bait, so we can get this on our map. And I guess we could see if he has anything interesting to say. Oh yeah, first he has to map it out. But I think we're doing pretty good as far as mapping this whole thing out goes. We really need to work a little more on the border, but the whole inner part's pretty well mapped. Yep, just telling us about a power-up that we need. Yeah, this is actually required. I don't think I said that yet. You're going to need to do this if you want to get to the next dungeon. And there's also another one kind of like this. Basically, you just need to shoot a fire arrow into the island and I guess hit that dragon statue thing preferably. But I don't know if it really matters. Because otherwise you can't really get close. And once you've done that, you get a little timer. And you have to get through this place before the timer runs out. Or I guess you lose. I don't know. It's never really happened to me, so I'm not sure. But you could, of course, melt all these things with fire arrows. And you got a treasure chart, so just grab that. But you do want to kind of hurry up, I guess, because it does get a little tricky once you start sliding around. First, we need to figure out how to get on here, though. That's a pretty big deal. Alright, so just go up here. And this is where it gets a little tricky, because you'll be slipping around a lot. And you might slide right off the edge. I don't think this part's too hard. Oh. Okay, never mind. Actually, that's not a big deal. I think it's once you start jumping from platform to platform on the ice, it gets a little tough. That's a good sound he makes, too, when he slips. And he makes the same identical sound every time. You really don't want to fall into the water here, though. That's a big no-no. Don't do that. That'll really screw you over. I think you have to go all the way back over there or something. I'm not even sure. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. And, oh, yep, Link forgot to jump, the most important part of getting from platform to platform. Well, now I guess we need to explore what you're supposed to do when you fall into the water. Apparently Link doesn't seem to want to jump. Only when he really feels like it. So I guess you can get back up this way. Oh yeah, Link, good, just don't jump. That's a great thing to do. Okay. Yeah, see, this is getting really annoying. I mean, I guess I understand, but not really. It's kind of stupid, the way they did that. Luckily, this wasn't made into, like, a full temple. Well, I don't know, I might have wanted to see more temples in this game, but apparently this and a place that we'll also be visiting, maybe in this episode, I'm not sure, was supposed to be like a full dungeon. Because we get like a dungeon type item in here. I swear, if that knocked me off, I would have cried. But some people like to theorize that this was originally supposed to be like a full dungeon. But it was taken out for due to time constraints. So that would make this one another one that we're gonna go do in a little bit, and then Great Fish Isle, which some people also think was taken out. So that'd be 3 whole extra dungeons, which I personally would have liked to see, because this is a pretty great game, and I feel like it really doesn't have that many dungeons. Like in terms of dungeons, it's really not all that long. It might take you a little longer if you want to do everything, but even still, it's not that bad. So here you want to be careful not to slide off. Okay. And once you've done all that, you can grab this treasure chest, and this is all there is to this dungeon. It's a mini dungeon, so they shortened it if it was originally going to be a dungeon. And we get the iron boots. And the iron boots in this game are fantastic. They don't let you sink in water like they did in Ocarina of Time, but they make up for it by making it like an item that you can just equip. So it makes everything so much easier. This would have been so welcome in Ocarina of Time, the Water Temple. But they did fix it in Ocarina of Time 3D, which is pretty cool. And we can go in here. This is either a way out or something extra. I think it's something extra, where you can like fight enemies or something. This is what I thought one of the other holes was. I got this mixed up with another one. I don't know why, because there was no ice on Dragon Roost Island, so this doesn't really seem like something you'd see there. But I think we get a prize if we kill all these guys. And I could use a Knight's Crest, so this can't really hurt. I mean, it could if he kills me, but it can't hurt to take the time to fight this guy. And I guess whoever is in those other chunks of ice. There's actually a lot of ice in this room. Some of it, I guess, is pots and stuff, or just pussy-ass moblins. Oh wow, yeah, that'll be really tough. That must suck, though, being frozen for all that time and then just being thawed out and then murdered in cold blood in this icy cavern. I don't know how they got here, but they they led pretty bad lives. Okay, we got an orange rupee, so this is well worth it. And hopefully one of these drops a Knight's Crest. No. I don't remember if I grabbed it. I've really bad. Oh, yep, here we go. How many do we have now? 9. Alright, we'll definitely find one more. And that's really it for Ice Ring Isle. I think it's called. Yep. So, that's really it. It's not a huge island. But you do need to come here for the iron boots, because otherwise you won't be able to get to the next dungeon. Well, actually, technically we don't need to do this yet, but I like to do them both in one thing. So technically we really won't be needing the iron boots for a while, I don't think, but it can't hurt to grab them. And now that we're done with that, I think we can finally get a double magic meter, which should be over there. I have to go on a little bit of an Octorok hunt, though, so I'm not terribly sure where he is. But he's somewhere in this square, so I'll just meet back up with you once I find him or get in his general area. Oh, Mr. Octorok, wanna come out and play? Hey, Mr. Octorok, what's up? I've been having fun killing your brothers. And you're next, you fucking faggot. You know, want to hear a little story? One of your brothers, they found me and I didn't have a boomerang, so I couldn't do anything. So guess what I had to do? I had to sit here and wait for a really long time. And then I got blasted away, maybe, I don't know, a couple feet. Well, maybe a little more than that. But, you know, not very far, because your brother, your whole family, and your mother are all a bunch of pussies. Especially you. Of all the pussy-ass Octoroks I've fought in my day, you were by far the weakest. So now we beat the game, we beat all the Octoroks, and we're good. Actually, I think there might be one more. Not terribly sure, but that's our goal in this game. Thanks to you, I've been freed from that beast's foul grasp, As thanks, I shall give you just a little of my power. And we get what might honestly be one of the most useful fairy upgrades in this game. Double magic power. Which is definitely something I'd recommend getting before you take on these next 2 temples, just because it always comes in handy. And this is where I was on my map when I found him. You just gotta look for a cluster of seagulls, and usually that'll take you right towards them, right to the Octorok. Oh, hello, Fire Mountain. It's nice to see you again. So yeah, this is Fire Mountain. It's the same thing that I showed you a lot earlier on in the LP, I think as we were leaving Dragon Roost. Same idea here. Just shoot an ice arrow this time into the big pillar of lava that's coming out, and that'll freeze it up and stop the whole volcano, because that's just how hardcore our ice arrows are. And we should be able to get in now and hopefully beat it within 4.5 minutes, because if not, Link is going to melt. So yeah, this place isn't really that difficult. I think it's actually a bit easier, in my opinion, than than the Ice Ring Isle. Oh, we're back where we started. Good. We'll try going right this time. I think I went this way before, but we'll go right here instead. I guess it's kind of a climbing maze type thing, if you want to call it that, but it doesn't have that stupid ass ice, so it's not nearly as frustrating. I really hope I don't get hit with a bomb. That would suck really badly. You're all hoping I get hit with a bomb. I know. I know what you were all thinking. You really wanted me to get hit and knocked off that ledge, but nope. So, Fire Mountain. Very creative name. And, pretty easy. If I remember right, all you really do is jump across some platforms, and that's really it. Maybe have to, like, hit a switch or something. Or maybe we just need to kill these guys. Either way, they give us plenty of time to do it. Now we have the Master Sword, so really shouldn't give you any problems. The boomerang looks like it works possibly well, or just I got lucky. No, I think I just got lucky. I hate when these guys stand right in front of the lava. It's like, what do you think's gonna happen when I hit you? Of course you're gonna go back to the lava and use again. Yeah, that's really it. So hopefully it doesn't take you 5 minutes to kill them. That would suck. And this time we got the power bracelets. And the power bracelets, they let you go to a few new places, but I have to say, they are, I don't know, I don't feel like they're as useful as the iron boots. They don't have as many creative uses. Literally all they do is just let you pick up those boulders with faces on them. And this is what we're going to need to get to our next dungeon. So this is the one that you really want to get. You don't have to bother with the iron boots quite yet. I'm trying to figure out where... Oh, I can just look at my map. That works too. And now that we're done with that, we should be set to head off to this island. So I will meet you there. Alright, so this is Headstone Island. This is going to be where our next dungeon is, but we're going to have to do a little bit of traveling before we can actually get inside the dungeon. So, game starts to get a little, feel a little padded out at this point, but It's okay. Doesn't really feel all that bad until we have to look for all those stupid Triforce pieces. But we'll worry about that later. Would be nice if there was a way to warp here, though. But we can only warp to, like, a few set points. I really wish I just changed the wind, but I am too lazy. So first thing you do, or you want to do when you get to this island, I mean, you don't have to, but you can, is use one of your Hyoi pairs, and you can actually use them to take control of a seagull and fly around, and you can actually get some things that you wouldn't normally be able to get, such as a heart piece at the very top of this island. As soon as I can get my camera right. But you want to avoid getting hit while you're a seagull, because then you're pretty much screwed. And I really don't think you want to bump into things either. Okay, never mind. You can actually, I guess, bump into things. And you can fly around and grab rupees if you want, or whatever, but I'm not going to make it into a whole big thing. But you also need to know how to do that to get a Triforce chart later on, so pretty important to know about that, I guess. But the real reason we're here is, oh, it disappeared. Can't see it anymore. We need to get rid of that guy. So that's why we needed the power bracelet, and that's really one of the only times you have to use the power bracelet. I mean, you do use it, but just really not that much. And now we get a new song. So we're finally taking advantage of those 6-note songs. Or whatever it's called, I don't know. 6 out of 4 time, I don't know. This is actually the only Zora that appears in the game. My name is Laruta. I am a Zora sage. For an age, I offered my prayers here in the Earth Temple, praying that the power to repel evil would ever remain within the Master Sword. And yet, unfortunately, due to Ganondorf's evil designs, the Master Sword you hold has lost its power. After his defeat at the hands of the Hero of Time, Ganondorf was sealed away, but not for all time. He was revived, and he returned to Hyrule in a red wrath. He attacked this temple and stole my soul, knowing that he had to remove the power contained in that enchanted blade. In order to return the power to repel evil to your sword, you must find another to take my stead in this temple, and ask the gods for their assistance. You must find the one who carries on my bloodline, the one who holds this sacred instrument. Nothing can stop the flow of time or the passing of generations, but the fate carried within my bloodline endures the ravages of all the years. It survives. The song you just conducted is one which will open the eyes of the new sage and awaken within that sage the melody that will carry out our prayers to the gods. The door that blocks your way will only open when the sage plays that song. May the winds of fortune blow with you. So, that's Laruto. Nice spirit lady. And like I said, she's the only Zora in the game. And she actually, I guess she's one of the reasons why there's a theory. I'm not sure if it's a theory, if it might actually even be true. That the Zoras evolved into the Rito tribe. I guess. I'm not really sure why they would do that, considering the whole lots of water thing. You'd think that swimming would become more important, but I don't know. Whatever. What do I know? I guess the fact that what's her name, Medley. Did I already say that it was Medley? It's Medley. We're looking for Medley. We need to find Medley. She has that instrument thingy, so that's why we're going to Dragon Roost. But the fact that Medley is like her descendant, I guess, would definitely contribute to that whole theory. Plus, I think if you look at the map of Hyrule in Ocarina of Time, and then you compare the map in this game, I think Zora's domain is kind of in this area, but I'm not sure. Or it could just be a coincidence. I don't really know. But stuff like that is kind of interesting to think about. And we can actually hear Medley playing from down here. So we need to seek her out and just play the song in front of her. Yep. And this would be a good time to do the whole male thing, or give him the 20 golden feathers, or any of that stuff if you haven't already. But I did that a little earlier just because I wanted to grab the heart container before I forgot. And I don't think we've actually been up here yet. So the first time I had to go looking for Medley, because it's pretty obvious that it's her. They make it kind of obvious, but you never really have to go out here, so you might not necessarily know this place exists. And we're not even gonna... Oh, I guess we are gonna say something to her. Oh, Kevin, you're okay. You know, Prince Komali has been asking me all about your adventures, Kevin. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Komali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own without my guidance. Every conversation's still up-centered on you, though, Kevin. Watching Prince Komali watching Prince Komali grow up fills me with pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on. How weird I must sound. Well, I'd better continue practicing so I can be useful around here, too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. Hey, is that the Wind Waker? Wow. Kevin, will you conduct me? I wonder how I'll do. Okay, there we go. I usually forget these. What a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. I feel... And then she dies. Just now, a sage spoke to me. She spoke so gently. There's something that I must do. Kevin, thanks to you, I've been awakened to the knowledge that I'm a sage of the Earth Temple. There's actually something that I can do to help this world. It's incredible. I bet my teacher knew all about this. Kevin, please, you must take me to the Earth Temple. You must hurry and wake the power to repel evil that sleeps within the Master Sword. Let's go now, quickly and quietly. Oh, Komali. I just want him to remember me as a simple attendant. Bye, Komali. Never have to see you again, I don't think. Maybe during the ending credits or something. Well, Link actually dies, so never mind, but yeah, I think that's enough for this episode. So I am Shady Productions. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.